What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of 94 Feet with Coach JT. Man, do me a favor as always. Please leave a like in the comment section. Comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know I'd like to grow this podcast, have some dope people on, have some dope just shows and some dope energy, man. Last week was a vibe in here, man. Shout out again to my boy EK and my boy Jalen, man. Came in here and set the bar high, man. So shout out to them young fellas, man. Give them a follow their music. Hit that song up, man. Lord knows, man, that was a dope song they presented last week. Shout out to everybody in 916 across the states, man, across the waters, listening. Appreciate y'all listening in, tuning in. Another weekday show, man. We trying to make this thing work right now and accommodate my guests, man. So let me get to this short but brief introduction. This gentleman is a graduate of Capital Christian High School, where I'm sure I stopped tracking how many games they won. I stopped doing all that, coaching against a young man for years, but also knowing him off the court as a good person, but a humble kid. Went on to play some collegiate ball at Holy Names, but also just right now has turned that basketball into something different. Now, I've known this gentleman as Marcelas Howard Perry. You may know him as the backyard legend. Man, this gentleman has over, I don't even know, 1 million, 2 million followers across all social media platforms and YouTube. He's doing big things. You can see him in All-Star Weekends. You can see him at different events, fundraising events, giving back to the community, but just being a good kid. But we're finna get into this story for this gentleman right now. Again, Marcelas, I appreciate you being here, man.
Man, hell yeah.
Thanks, my man. I know you're busy.
Nah, we good.
Just got off the plane.
Yeah.
Man, doing big things, man. But, man, for those who don't know who you are and know of you, though, because, I mean, they know of you. A lot of people do. They know of you. But the story behind it, man, I would just say briefly, I met you maybe a sophomore in high school.
Just about, yeah.
But basketball was life.
Man, basketball
It was everything. I mean, it is, but now it's changed. But then it was like you and the guys you hung around, the purpose for you guys were doing it was very clear. Mm-hmm. But I want to get to the start of it. You in general. Just give people who don't know, where are you from, man? Where you grew up at?
Man, born and raised in Sacramento, California, man. Greenhaven, South Sacramento area.
Probably should have went to Kennedy, but I'm leaving it alone.
Nah, funny story though about that. I was gonna go to Kennedy. I was enrolled. Everything. I had my it was the summer. I had my enrollment list of my classes and everything. And like 2 or 3 weeks before that, my dad was like, "Yeah, nah. How you think about going to Capital?" And I was like, "Shoot, you know." Maybe it'll help me get in the right mind space, be a better human, be a better person. Right. Because the attitude that I had and the negative confidence that I had wasn't going to bode well going to Kennedy. So that was going to be a slippery slope. So I had to get my life right, man. Go get saved over there. Go to Christian school, man. So
it worked out. The purpose worked out for you.
For sure.
So growing up South Sac, Greenhaven Pocket, you know. Yeah. G-Haven. But let's go before that, man. As a youngster, what elementary school did you go to?
I went to Lisbon Elementary.
Oh, you was Lisbon?
I went to Lisbon, yeah.
You really in that area. Yeah. Growing up, man, outside those the games, the pickup games close to Wright-Smith Park. Yeah. But also, you're an athletic kid. Yeah. Was it just basketball? What other things did you get into at an early age?
Man, so before basketball, it was really soccer and baseball. So so footwork came from soccer. That's why my footwork's always so good. And then baseball was really my best sport, better than anything. I was a shortstop, which is usually the best position on the field, or for the best player. Hand-eye coordination. Got to be able to make the longest throws, the quickest plays, because from the ball to the grass to the dirt, you got to be able to play on the hop. So those were the first two I played, and then basketball came into the picture like around 10 years old. 10 years old. About 10 years old.
So growing up, you know what I'm saying, I asked everybody on here, I mean, we still do, but I'm definitely know back then. Yep. Being a 3-sport kid, what are some of the athletes you may have looked up to or watched or try to mimic your game after being a lefty? Woo! You know, because we're rare breeds, man. It's not that many of us out here.
I'm actually ambidextrous, though.
Oh, okay. Well, you got it.
You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to keep it on the left side, but it's cool. That's a plus.
Nah, but about that plus something on that?
Nah, you good.
Oh, I think
the headphones.
We good.
We straight.
Man, growing up, I love watching Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, I do too.
Love watching him.
Shout out to Bob.
I was a big Barry Bonds fan. Barry Bonds fan. Ken Griffey Jr.
Facts.
And then I was soccer was Ronaldinho from Brazil.
Crazy footwork.
And those are like the people I love to watch. And then I used to watch skateboarding a lot. So like Paul Rodriguez, Ryan Sheckler, really? Nigel Houston. Those are like my 3 main guys I like to watch for skateboard. But I just like watching all type of sports, man. Anything that was on TV, I was watching it.
That's what's up. So as you know, like I said, man, just in general, working on your craft, doing what you do. Mm-hmm. Now, even you have gotten to the you got to experience the training style. Like kids have access to guys who are just going to spend time getting them better at their craft. But as a youngster, for you, what was that like? Was that like, no, Sale got to get out here and put these hours in. Sale got to get out here and go to work, or was it just like, I'm going to just play and get better, or was it, no, I'm going to work on my time, extra hours outside of my regular hours?
Man, honestly, I really, as a kid, I didn't get to do the what everybody says. I was in there working every day, and honestly, I was just enjoying being a kid. I was in the streets all day, running up and down the streets, riding bikes, walking around, walking to parks, just enjoying like life as a kid. Yeah. I didn't really start like training heavy at a sport until probably like middle school, because I was doing then I was like basketball training, but
focus.
For baseball though, like that was just natural. Me and my dad would go to the before practice, hit balls before practice, throw hit grounders, pop ups, all that. So like that was really the first thing I really started working at. And then soccer, I never really worked on my soccer skill outside of practice. I was just naturally with that. It was weird, so I don't know.
Soccer was always the best conditioning sport for
Yes.
basketball.
Oh my god.
It always came in the winter. Fall, and basketball came after that. So I played too. So it was like, hey, I'm in shape.
Yep.
That run is different. People are like, how you run so much? I play soccer. I run nonstop. You don't get too many breaks. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're on defense in the back. If not, you got to keep running.
Exactly.
That's dope, man. So you said around 10, you make this shift to hoop.
Yeah.
What was a deciding factor, or what pushed you to kind of edge you to put that baseball down too, man? Because right now I still tell kids, don't drop that baseball. I played for years, but I stopped. But I got nephews that play, they pretty good. And I'm like, don't put the ball down.
Do not put that ball down, man. That's my one regret. But like when I was 10, I started getting more heavy into basketball. I was playing basketball at full court like around 7, 8, 9. 10 years old when I first had my AAU stint with full court, next phase. But I was like a fourth grader playing up with sixth graders, so I wasn't getting that much playing time. So it kind of knocked my confidence a little bit. And then from then on, like, I would always want to play basketball, but my dad was like, nah, if we have a baseball tournament and a basketball tournament, you're going to the baseball one first. And then if you have time left over, then you go to the basketball one. So that kind of upset me a little bit, but I knew he meant well, because baseball was my best sport.
Yeah,
and he
knew that.
He's seen the potential there. Right. I didn't see it, though. I wish I would have kept at it, because man, the money they making in baseball is something
ridiculous.
amazing.
That's why I said, like I said last time, I think another guest, I got a 6'1", 13-year-old nephew right now.
Oh, 6'1", 13-year-old?
13.
Damn.
Yeah, but the little one tough too. That's the cold part. But the big one, he can hit it. Yeah, he's solid. But he's such an IQ kid. But now the little one too, he just the smallest one. He the youngest one of the bunch. Yep. But he goes like, you can't tell him nothing because he always playing big bro. But he about 6'1" right now, 13.
That's a cheat code.
He can ding. Yeah. So I'm like, but just stay focused in it. But keep that basketball too. He still plays. So man, yeah, it's definitely something we got to keep our kids, especially our African American minority kids. We can do it. But that basketball gives us that limelight. They get that swagger. With baseball now, them boys be swagged out.
Come on,
they be swagged out, but them checks be
nice
for years.
Like 10 year, 500 mil.
I said, man, you can retire mom, sister, uncle, whatever you want to do, bro. He was like, I said, hey, think about it. Don't put that ball down. So go to Lisbon. Middle school, where you at?
San Brandon.
So you go to Brandon. Yeah. You G-Have to the fullest. You go
to Brandon. I'm Brandon, but like you gotta think, Brandon, we had Meadowview kids, we had Oak Park kids. Everybody. It was everybody. It's like an inner city school, so everybody think we had nothing but Greenhaven kids. I was like, nah bro, we had like, but man, yeah.
So biggest game, Brandon versus Sutter, or who? Gotta ask.
It was Brandon versus Sutter, but my team, we weren't really that good both my years. And Sutter was stacked. They had DJ Wilson, Nephi Lealau, Justice Sheldon Mosley, Uchenna E. Redboo.
Everybody who stayed out on this side.
Everybody that stayed out. I'm like, man, they had like a legit college team over there. Right. So it was just me, Malik Pope on our team.
Okay, shout out to Malik.
Yeah, but he wasn't that good back then.
I know he was late bloomer.
But that was our team, and then so Sutter would beat us by average of 20 every game. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. So it was more so us and Fern Bacon was more of a rivalry.
Oh, yeah, Fern Bacon, right down the street.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hey, the game is still it's there, but they won't know it was different. Yeah, and you've been out of it. How long ago was that? Because I mean, that's
2008, 2009, 2010. Because my freshman year was 2010 of high school.
Been a few, but it was them games. I know it was crazy.
Oh man,
it was intense. It was
I remember against Einstein. That was our first. That was my first like team brawl. We got in a brawl with Einstein. They stopped the game, had to forfeit. We were winning, so we won the game. But It was a brawl mid court. We're at Einstein, so it's the crowd versus us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we deep in the East.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like our parents is getting involved, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, like this is, you know, I mean, that's what I grew up in, so I'm used to that. But yeah, that was a funny experience.
That's what's up. You make the transition, man. So even give me this, coming from middle school, late change from going to Kennedy, eventually potentially, but to Capital.
Yeah.
What were some things that you felt as a basketball player like, okay, man, I'm going to another setting, new setting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You probably knew a couple of your boys ended up going there from some
I only knew
associates.
3 people.
Okay, 3 people.
3 people.
What are some of the things you felt you had to bring to the table to get on the first off, make the team, and then get on the court?
By that time, I had the confidence. I was in, like the confidence is already instilled. Okay. So then at that point, it was just putting the work in and being able to show that I was reliable on the court, responsible on the court, and I could be trusted on the court. So that was my big like mindset going into it. And then I was playing JV for the first half because the varsity coach told me I was too small. So in freshman year, I was like 5'3", like legit with shoes on. So, but I could go. So I was practicing with the varsity guys. In the mornings, I'd make sure I go to all the morning practices, even though I was on the team.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Was that optional for you, or did somebody make you go to that practice?
No, that was optional. 100% optional, man. That was it was like, yo, we have practice. The girls team would be in there, the guys team would be in there, 6 a.m. every day.
And I believe you might have still stayed on this side of town.
No, I was. So Capital was all the way.
Yeah.
So
I was
still.
So that means
south.
you may have been up about 5 o'clock in the morning, maybe earlier.
Well, probably like 5, because I didn't take long to get ready.
Right.
My mom would have to wake up around 4:30 just to make sure I get there by 6:15. So it's like she sacrificed a lot just for me to get to those morning practices. I think there were only like 3 days a week, but I tried to make as many as I could because I couldn't drive
as a freshman. That's dope.
Yeah,
that's like fire passion, right? You want that.
Oh,
you want that. Nobody to make you good enough. I'm going to get that.
Man, I because once I got there and I said, oh, that's a starting point guard. Like no offense, I said okay. I said, you know what, I could take that spot. So my mindset thinking, what do I got to do? What is the prerequisites to start like on varsity? And I was like, I had to put the extra work in. I was going to the track with the team. We were running miles at 5 a.m. like 5:45, 6 a.m. in the morning, running 3 miles every morning. But I was there. I was showing up. And then coach was like, yeah, you too small. Play JV for only 8 games. After the 8th game, he said, yeah, that's enough. You getting pulled up.
So when initially, we talk about adversity all the time. And you face it in different facets. People may not even know. We'll get to that. That's the first step right there. You're too small.
Yep.
What was that internally like for you? Like, man, I'm here, but now he's telling me.
It was crazy, man, because he told me to my face. I was like, dang. He said, yeah, like, you know, I'm being honest, you're too small.
You're probably 14 then still, right? Like
I'm 14.
Young freshman.
Turning 15 end of the year. So I'm 14.
You're a young freshman.
Young freshman. And he goes, yeah, man, you know, you're too small. And I was just like, okay. I said, okay. I said, I'm going to show you.
Motivation.
In my head, I was like, I'm going to show you. 8 games later, he come back. Yeah, varsity practice Monday at 5:30 p.m. whatever. I said, bet.
So you go to JV.
Yeah.
Those 8 games. For him to wait, not even wait, I guess it happened. What was those numbers looking like? I know you remember. Because, I mean, that didn't take long. That was just preseason.
Preseason.
That was preseason. Barely through preseason. And then he was like, oh, no, you got to come up here.
Yeah.
What was them 8 games like?
Bruh, them 8 games, we played teams like Sac High, Franklin. I think we might have played. Did we play Kennedy? No, we didn't play Kennedy to my senior year. But we're playing all the inner city teams that are supposed to be good, and we dropping them off. We dropping them off, and I'm going crazy. I'm cooking. I remember there was one game at El Camino High School. We're playing Sac High. I've never lost to Sac High in my life. I'm 5-0 against them, JV and varsity. But we're playing Sac High, and all my teammates is like, man, like, oh my gosh, we playing Sac High, they're pretty good. But me, DJ, and Nephi, we like, we're like, man, we from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? We from a different part of town. So like, this is nothing to us. So we go there, beat them boys by like 15, easy. And like, but they were talking so much trash before the game because I know those guys because we all go hoop at the park.
Yeah.
Man, we about the dog capital. I said, okay. I said, who gonna guard me? And then, you know what I'm saying, rest is history. My boy Raymond, my boy Jamal, my boy, who else was it? Jalen, my boy Jalen Manning.
Jalen got sacked just for that 1 year, huh?
Yeah, he was up there.
I saw Jalen yesterday.
I think he was up there. Wait, no, was he at Sac High?
Was that Burbank? Jalen went to Burbank.
Nah, Jalen Coates from the Burbank.
Oh yeah.
My other boy Jalen Manning, I believe.
Oh man, I remember Jalen. Yeah, Don. Yeah, Yep.
But we got them boys up out of there. Like it wasn't even close, bro. I wasn't even.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? It was nothing. And then our only loss came to Franklin High School, my last JV game.
So, coach makes the call. Mm-hmm. Now, did he tell you face to face come up?
Yeah, no.
Since he told you you was too small.
Yeah.
Okay. So he tells you
he's at that JV game. He's like, Monday practice, you're there.
Dope.
I said, say less.
Did you run? Who'd you tell first?
I don't even think I told nobody, honestly, because I expected it. Because I was like, this is my 8th game.
Set the bar for you.
JV was low key too easy for me at the time, so I said, like, something's got to give here. I know they need a backup point guard at the least. Mm-hmm. So I go up there. I finished preseason with them, and then going into season, I think I came off the bench twice, and then I started like that 3rd or 4th game for the rest of my career.
Man. Get the opportunity to start. Actually, what was practice like? So now you in the setting, right? Oh, now we got coach wants his kid up here.
Yep.
And I've been experienced that from both. I mean, the side of coach now, bringing young guys up, and then you get the. But now, what is that like for you? That first practice or two with those guys?
At first I was a little nervous because I'm like, oh, this is varsity. Like, this is going to be something totally different. But it was just basketball. The hardest part was learning the plays. We had no cap 50 plays. We had about 50 plays.
These kids these days are so lucky.
They
don't run as much stuff as we call it, right? They don't run a lot of actions. Like, they get to play freer, but it's like, I don't know, that time you said, but those plays, as you won longer, they helped you. So try to be successful in those sets because the game will slow down come playoffs and championship caliber basketball. You got to be able to run a set. I feel still when it's crunch time, but they got it good right now. I'm like, no, I still got to teach my kids. Y'all got to capture some sets in your bag. You get there, come off the bench. Then coach is like, so how's he tell you you're going to start? What was that like? What was that conversation like?
Honestly, it was between me and my boy Malik Mischan. Shout out my boy Malik. He was a grade older than me, but he was good enough to start too. But they just didn't give him the love he deserved. So I go up there. It's between me, Malik, and my and a senior. A senior. His name was Mike Brill. And Mike wanted to be more of a shooting guard. So they're like, yo, we need a PG to step in.
Really.
Yep. So I said I could do that. I said, that's me. I said, let me rock that. You know what I mean? So that conversation was pretty quick. It wasn't, I was just showing out in practice. I was, like I said, you earn your minutes, earn your time in practice. So that's what I was doing. I mean, I might have gotten in troubles here and there by talking back, but they knew I was a competitor. So they're like, we want him on the court.
But that fieriness may have balanced out what they needed because, I mean, before.
Oh, yeah.
And the Capitol had been around for a minute, but it wasn't like, knew about Capitol.
Nah, no one. I think they only had one section champion in the North Coast section. No, I think before they went to what is it now? Is it San Joaquin?
NorCal or section? No, sections.
It was before San Joaquin.
NorCal's or whatever like that. Right?
No, it was before they were in San Joaquin section. It was a different section.
This section. I don't know what show.
Yeah, so it's a different section, but they wanted a section championship with my old coach, Coach Joe. They haven't won since. So we get there and we're like, we finna change this whole program around. Yeah, and we did that.
That's what's up. Yeah. We talk adversities though too, right?
Yeah.
So you get the freshman, you get the playing time.
Yeah.
You guys start getting going. If I correctly, you suffered an injury.
Yeah.
What year in high school was that?
Going into my junior year.
So going to your junior year, knowing what your boys there.
Yeah.
Y'all loaded.
Yeah.
It's cracking.
It's cracking that year.
It's popping. People hearing. I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Going into that year, what was the start of that season like? Just starting out before the injury though for you.
Man, we were in spring ball, man. We were a special team. Like that year was the start of something really, really special because we just won sections year before.
Your sophomore year?
Sophomore year.
Really?
Yeah, we won sophomore, junior, senior year. But I didn't play junior year. Right. But that spring ball, that's when DJ starts to come to himself. UC's getting more tick. And then we bring Tyler Jennings over, another PG. Right. So me and him are going back and forth, playing point guard and two guard. We had everything we needed, man. And then I get hurt, and then DJ gets hurt second round of playoffs. So we went to the NorCal championship before state and lost, but we were missing me and DJ.
So without $2, your injury was which one? Was that the knee?
ACL, yeah, torn ACL.
ACL,
yeah,
major, not an ankle turn.
No,
for a high school kid. So was that your first major injury in sports or?
Yeah, outside of like breaking my thumb, like in a cast. Okay, but that was nothing. But
that's the leg's different. That
leg is that
initial thought in your mind when you find out, or actually when you give me. I know you remember that play. How it happened?
Oh Walk me through it. The play. We were at Consumers River College, playing Folsom High School, and they're taking the ball on the baseline. So usually in high school, the backcourt's open. Like you can throw the ball to the backcourt. So Tyler throws the ball up. I go get it before it gets to half, so like I have enough space to land. I get it, and I land, but the dude falls into my leg. And the worst part was the ref didn't call a foul. The dude took the ball out of my hand
and scored a bucket.
Got an and one. So then the play stopped. So I'm on the floor. I'm screaming as it's happening. And then Coach Yvonne is hot. He's yelling at the coach. The ref. I'm cussing the ref out. I didn't even cry initially. I cried like more so when I got the news more than anything.
So one, to not be able to play with your boys, but then suffer this injury. What's on your mind at that point? Because now, I mean, who knows what you're thinking but yourself? What's going through your head at that point? Like, is it like, am I ever gonna play again?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get back? What was it like?
It was scary, man, because junior year is the most important year for AAU. So I'm like, dang, scholarship offers. Dang, they're, like, is my basketball career over? I'm a smaller guard. I don't get to show myself on the circuit. I only played one good year on the circuit, like 8th, 9th grade. I didn't get to play sophomore year, really. So, junior year, dang, they're not even really senior year, kind of. So it was just, it put me in a frenzy, man. I was kind of in a mind state of like low form depression at first. I was going through it, man. I went through it. That whole year was a wake up call for me. But you got to keep fighting, got to keep going, got to keep pushing, because no one's going to do it for you. So that's really, after like 2 or 3 months, I was like, man, no one's going to do it for me. Let me go ahead and just kick it into gear and just knock this rehab out and make the best of it.
During that time and phase in your life, though, who are some of the people that you could count on, lean on, or like, hey, Sale, like, because I mean, I feel almost everybody needs somebody at some point in time. I mean, because to do it by yourself all the time is rough. Yeah. Right. But when you have resources, if you have them, it's a blessing. Anybody that was like helping you go along, I'm sure Ma, I know she's right there, sorry, supportive and pops. But anybody else that kind of was like, hey, dog, you got to get this up. You got to get up.
It was really my teammates. My teammates every day, you know what I'm saying, making sure I'm going to rehab, checking in on me, because they know it's tough, man. They know how much I love the game, and it was mainly my teammates, my best friends like Jalen, Jay Coates, and Jay Manning. It was a village. It takes a village, bro, because that right there was one of those moments. Like, you tear your ACL back in the day, that's a career ender.
Like, they can't just go with the laser and be back in the next day walking trying to rehab. Nah, it was 6 months rehab, maybe just like, man, painful.
I can remember that. I remember that rehab vividly, because I couldn't afford sports therapy, so I had to rehab myself. I was going to Results, and they were like, we can give you some exercises to do, but we can't give you a full-on like process, like a rehab process or rehab recovery, because you have to pay for it. So I can't afford that. So I said, give me a few exercises and I'll just put my own variants. And I did that for 6 months straight. Straight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, every day.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. That's definitely.
Got to do it yourself, man. Ain't no one going to do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. You feel me?
Handle your business.
Yeah.
Come back. Get the all clear.
Yep.
Whatever. Get clear to go. Passion, I know it's probably all-time high. You probably had a 10. But also, I got to ask this earlier. I looked at this clip. I believe this might have been at Capitol, but you were at Rosa Parks and the
I was at Fern Bacon. Rosa Parks.
Bacon?
No, Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks.
The windmill.
The windmill. That was before. That was
pre-ACL, right?
That was pre-ACL.
That was what, 9th, 10th grade year?
10th grade.
10th grade year. You hear everybody in the crowd. The littlest guy out there, windmill off the leg, bouncy. I was watching today again. I was like, yeah, that fool was bouncy. Already. Still maintained it. So you come back senior year.
Yeah.
It's loaded. I know we see y'all in the drag, whatever, the Sac High. I forgot what it was called down there. We see y'all senior year.
Oh
my God. St. Hope.
The St. Hope Classic.
That year we got y'all
up out of there.
Loaded.
We got y'all up out of there, man.
Yeah, y'all did. The game was close for a minute.
You know what's crazy though? I'm going to tell you a true story. We didn't practice for you guys.
I believe y'all didn't.
We were literally practicing for Centennial.
Centennial, because that was what y'all gonna see after y'all beat us.
So we beat y'all, then beat Sac High. We're not even worried about Sac High. 20 ball them at their house. We said we want Cedric Barfield and I think his name was Deontay North from Centennial. Two top 100 guys in the nation in our class. Yeah. Me, UC, and DJ, and Nephi and Tassu. Like, man, they in our class. Loaded. We want that smoke.
Yeah. That game, that whole tournament was cracking. But y'all was on a run. It was like every game, y'all packed house.
It was by 3. We lost the championship.
I was telling me and Jay, like, we remember the losses. Real ball to me, remember the losses. The wins, you gonna win, right?
Yeah,
but the ones you let get away, always hurt, bro. Always
Man,
hurt.
we lost that game by 3 freaking points, and I'll never forget it. We fumbled that game down the stretch, missing free throws, easy layups. But, like, it's part of the game, man. It happens. We lost 4 games that senior year, only 4 games to them, to the number 2 team in Seattle behind Rainier Beach, and then we lost to Bishop O'Dowd twice. That was it with Ivan Rapp.
Ivan was tough.
But then DJ was becoming his own, so DJ and him was having battles.
Yeah,
it's just I didn't hold my part of the bargain up, but it's all good.
Hey, but accountability, man, you can say that.
Yeah.
Have a great senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all take care of business. We come short here and there, but as we know right now, like, these kids are advertising, marketing themselves, or promotion people. They can come find them anywhere now. Was there anything on the table for you your senior year after? Because you said some numbers, people who have or still play ball at a high level or contributed somewhere else or doing another sport. Shout out Nephi was doing football.
Yeah.
UC's playing now for his national team.
Yeah.
DJs, and ballers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going through that process your senior year, what was on the table for you? What was in your mind at that point?
Man, it was tough, bro. I had nothing on the table. I never got a college letter, never got a college call. Didn't get recruited at all, man. Had like recruitment through like the NorCal Premier Ball people there saying people were interested, but no direct contact with me. So my ego was shot a little bit, man. Knocked my confidence a little bit. But going to junior college, best believe I was like, I'm not leaving no stone unturned. So I'm gonna go here and go crazy. I'm gonna force an offer.
So in junior college, I tell everybody, it's dog eat dog out there.
Every night.
You're going against you can go against a 25-year-old freshman one night. You can go against a 17-year-old D1 kickback the next night, 18-year-old. You never know. But everybody's trying to get out of there some kind of way. But again, being undersized, they would say, but also knowing like, nah, I'm here for the purpose.
Yeah.
Still get to play in your back. I mean, you stay in your home city. I'm just doing research again, looking at clips. I'm like, bro's getting buckets in junior JC too.
Man, junior college, my freshman year I averaged 10, and then sophomore year I averaged 22, top 5 in the state, a 12-point jump.
I missed that one though.
Yeah,
golly,
22 a game, man. I had a couple 40 balls. I had a 45 and 10 game. I had a lot of 30 balls. It's just my team wasn't the best. I was playing with 3 guys in my starting 5. We didn't play high school basketball.
Right, yeah.
So,
JC, and it can be that way too in JC, right? So at that point, you really got to get the numbers.
Got to get the numbers and get out of there.
What was a highlight of the JC career?
Man, a highlight. Against Delta College.
Coach Cass was there, or at Sac State by then?
No, Coach Cass at Sac State by then.
Okay.
So, the assistant coach of Sac State's there. I think Montana State is there watching someone from their team. I give them 45 and 10. I get nothing. I get no emails, no calls. So I emailed them. I emailed Sac State directly. I'm like, yo, man, it would be dope if I could come to work out for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Work out for you guys and just, try to, show that I can play at this level.
I'm at home.
Yeah, I'm at home. I'm like, I can play at this level. He emailed me back. Yeah, all of our walk-on spots are filled, and I'll get back to you, if anything else opens up. And I said, man, bump you, bro. I said, I'm gonna go do my own. I'm gonna figure out my own way. And I remember the coach's name. Every time I see him, I'm just like, yeah, I remember you, bro. Yeah, and I remember I was in open gym with you too, giving you buckets. But it's cool. The coach.
That's different.
Yeah, I'm an animal, man.
That's different.
Dog. Yeah. I don't play with that, brother. You tell me the walk-on spots is full, and I see who's on the walk-on. I'm like, walk-on? I'm like, I see who's on scholarship. I should be on scholarship.
Y'all hear
the
passion right there, man. It's in
Come
them.
on now.
It's in them, though. It's different. It's different. It's in you. But that's how much you put into the game too, how much you love it. But ain't believe in yourself too. Bet on yourself before anybody, right?
Yeah.
So you make the adjustment from there. You end up at Holy Names.
Holy Names. But before that though, I was supposed to go to National JUCO both years to Western Nebraska.
Ooh.
Right. My freshman year, I waited a day late to sign my letter of intent. The spot was already filled. They said, well, the other PG pulled the plug before you did. That's okay, cool. So sophomore year comes around, I'm contemplating leaving AR. Like me and Coach wasn't on good terms at the time. Coach Georgie's my guy, and I love him.
Shout out to Georgie, man. I know him a long time too, man.
Then they call me again and say, yo, we still want you. Utah's talking to us. Utah, by the way, Utes, Pac-12. This is verbatim of the coach. Utah's talking to us, but they want to see you play in the National JUCO setting. So I said, okay. Thought about it. I was like, do I really want to go to Western Nebraska, right? And I mean, I don't mind betting on myself. It's like, do I want to go to Nebraska, play out there? I know I would do my thing, but it's like, I have family out here. I want my family to see me play. I want my pops to see me play because he missed 3 years of my high school career. He did some time.
Yeah.
So it's like I was like, I'm gonna just stay home and just try to get a scholarship out in California, and it ended up working out. Now, I mean, it worked out now for good, for the better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and briefly though, let me talk to Jalen about the situation too. Having an absence of the pops for a minute, was that like a void during that time for you? Because you're moving, you're active, you're around. To have that support system kind of taken away or not there for a minute.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? It
was tough, man, because I never understood the transition. Like in 7th, 8th grade, my dad was teaching me how to book my own haircuts, ride the bus, cook, everything. Like he's teaching me these things. And I'm like, why is he teaching me such a young age? Because he was doing some time. So he knew that was his role outside of my mom to prepare me for that. So once he left, I'm 8th, 9th grade. I'm able to do everything on my own. So without me, besides drive, I didn't have a car. So it was tough, man. It was a void. Every kid, every son needs a father, especially at that time and age. That's the most pivotal time. That's when your brain and your body's growing the most. You're going through puberty and dealing with females and emotions and all that. So and your father figures, like your biological father who you grown up with, is not there even for 3 years. And you can only talk to him on the phone when he has money on his books. Like that's tough. People don't understand. That's a struggle in itself.
Facts.
And I didn't have money to put on his books, so it's like people had to put money on his books yearly.
That preparation was so key. Like say the hidden behind the lines. Didn't even know he was getting me ready for it.
Yeah,
son, get this. So now you know. But that comes. You don't want me to? I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah,
I'm already prepared. Y'all don't know. My pops already put me on. He told me what to do. He laid the framework down for me.
I didn't even know like. He was gone for like a week or two, and I was like, man, where he been at? I get a call collect, boom, boom. My mom's like, yo, your dad want to talk to you. So he basically break it down where he's at, what's happening. And for those that don't know, when you get a collect call from an inmate, them calls only 15 minutes, and it'll cut off at 15. There's no grace period. It don't give you no countdown. After it says 1 minute, it says 1 minute left, and in that 1 minute, it doesn't give you no 30 seconds, 10 seconds. It'll just click, and if ain't no money on that books or his time is up on the call, he can't call you back. So like conversations was sometimes be cut short in the middle of a deep conversation. Or like there was one time where I remember when he came back senior year, the last phone call we had like 3 days prior, we had gotten an argument. I was just like angry at him. I was basically just expressing how I felt about him to him. And he was just taking it, man. He wasn't saying nothing back. He was just like, man, I know, I understand. I'm pouring out my emotion to him. Like, like, how could you leave me? You know what I'm saying? Like, Yachty, I'm going through the toughest time of my life. No scholarships, no nothing. Yeah. And 3 days later, he back home, surprised me at school in the office.
That initial thought right there, that initial feeling.
Yeah.
Unexplainable.
Out of body experience. Yeah. Because everybody in the office knew my story already. And they knew how important my dad was to me in that time. Bro. So they're like, Marcelas, come to the office. I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I said, am I in trouble?
And you at Capital, like, oh and my God.
Capital, I said, hold on. I said, I've been doing good. I said, what do I do now? So I get there. My mom is in there. She's like, hey. I was like, oh, what's up, Mom? Like, she's like, I was bringing you lunch, whatever. She was lying.
What year was this?
Senior year.
What year?
2013.
So I think I don't know.
I
was at DMV for 2 years in mom, whatever, and but that whole process. But I was like, we talked about sports, and I was like, yep. But that's dope. So that was dope, man. That's dope. You walk in and what? You see
I walk and I see her. I'll give her a hug. I was like, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "Oh, getting some lunch for you." Or so she said something, some BS answer, and then she like points, and then like everybody else is like just like gazing. I'm like, "What are they looking at?" So I turn, and he right there. He walked through the door. Yeah. I was like, I literally didn't say. I backed up. I said, "What?" I dropped everything out my hand, and then we embraced each other, man. But that was a crazy moment.
That's love, man. Shout out to Pops, man. That's love, man. That's dope, man. It's well deserved too, bro. I know that feeling should be well deserved, and we do even now. Try to talk to we talk to my dad more now, even though ours wasn't always good. Yeah, but it's still like at the end of the day, that's still Pops.
Only get one of them.
But also, I think it's better to forgive for yourself.
Come on now,
so we can move on as people, right? Because the blessings you getting may not come if we don't. So that's definitely dope, man.
Me and my mentor said, he told me one thing that really stuck with me. He was like, forgiveness is freedom.
Because if not, it'll hold you.
Yeah, like when you forgive, he may not have forgot or forgave, but like I forgive and I am no longer held or barred to that emotion, to that feeling, and you no longer have
that hold over me.
I'm free. Forgiveness is freedom, man.
Definitely relatable, bro. I mean, I can understand it for sure. Yeah. My pops had a twin sister, similar situation, but now it's like he's there for it. So like it's good. It's there. It's meaningful, but it means something though. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a different feeling for a guy, a male, to have that pops and man, good, bad, or ugly. But like, I still dad.
Still,
you know what I mean? So it hit different. That shit hit different.
Yep.
For sure. Man, you get the holy names.
Uh-huh.
Do you have another injury there?
Before that, open gym before my official visit at American River College. I remember it was open gym. I would go to the open gyms like 2 a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm frying everybody at this time. Like I said, I came off of being top 5 scorer in the state.
Confidence is at a
confidence at the high. Like I'm like, bro, I'm coming into my own. Nobody could F with me at this point in time.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go to my Division II college and healthy. I was like, oh, I'm about to fry this conference.
Right.
And I remember I'm going down the court, go high lay off 2 feet,
mm-hmm.
and the defender, he didn't play high level basketball. He just falls directly on me, super clumsy. I land on my ankle and it just snaps under me. And I have emergency surgery 3 days later. I mean, that changed the rest of my life to this day. Still played on it for 2 years. After I had 3 surgeries on it and still played on it. But
two catastrophic injuries.
Yeah.
Come back from them.
Mm-hmm.
Still finished a collegiate career.
Yeah.
3 surgeries.
Yeah. On just that ankle.
On the ankle.
Yeah.
While in college, though, I got to ask this: what'd you major in?
Communications.
Shooting on that.
It was easy, but that's what, like, I'm passionate about learning how to speak and be effectively.
It's a major. You can change lives and other people around you.
Yeah.
Just by doing this right here,
bro. and I learned so many like effective communication strategies by being in college and majoring in that. It was just it's literally like a no-brainer.
So, and that's why people realize why college is good for some. It might not be for everybody,
mm-hmm.
but you can learn survival skills, communications, relationship skills, how to communicate with people, relate. I mean, shout out to, I know Dwight's coming up on your thing. That's what D. Taylor.
Ooh,
I mean, we all connected.
Tomorrow, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Putting the circle together.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't get those experiences, you may not know how to do it, or you might miss that opportunity to.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Get out of school, graduation. Get through that. What's next, bro? What do you jump into next? What corner, as they say, the show called, all these different shows, what do you pivot? Where do you go next? What's up for you?
To be honest, man, my communications major teacher, she was like begging and pleading for me to come back and get my master's in education.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, man, I'm done with the education system right now. I'm just going to go ahead and try to make this money by playing basketball, doing something that I love, but without the responsibility of having to watch film, lift weights.
On somebody else's time.
Right, on somebody's time. Now it's on my time. Yeah, they own me, man.
They own you. As a college athlete, y'all don't think about it. Y'all better know about it. You're on their time. Scholarship or no scholarship. You're on a schedule. That grind is different.
It's a different grind, man. But I respect it, though. Like, I had something to do every day. I knew I had something to do every day. So I was like, that's cool. My schedule's made up for me. So then.
It was purposeful, though. I mean, you knew what your purpose was, though.
Yeah. And then that pivot was kind of just figuring out, okay, now I got to figure out more about me. Now after basketball, what am I?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And
that life really
hit.
Bruh, I'm not sure when. I didn't even go back. I did research. I've seen it too, though. But when do you start doing these impressions?
2015.
2015. Because I'm like.
Before college.
You are right.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing that pre. Because I'm like, okay, this dude is goofy. I'm just like, he's just goofy.
Yeah.
That's been you, though. People know you. The charisma, the flair, the comedy has been there.
Yeah.
But you get serious about it.
Mm-hmm.
What makes that go like, okay, let me get in this?
Man, watching B.A. and watching Famous Los, I said, I'm going to put my own twist on it and drop that D'Angelo Russell Be Like in 2015. And
goes crazy.
That was after he got drafted. So he then shouts me out like that same day. Shout out to Marcelas Howard. He up next. That was exactly what he said verbatim. I'll never forget that tweet. And then I seen him.
That was the one.
I met him 2019. He played for the Nets.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, bro, big fan. I was like, dang, you remember me? He's like, yeah, of course. So that was a crazy.
How fun
moment.
was that to actually do the imitation though? Like, because you have to practice that, because to get it down like that, everybody goes, that's him.
Yeah.
How fun though was that to actually put and then see it on film like, oh, I got that fool down. Let me keep going.
It was dope, bro, because honestly, I wasn't even supposed to do that. I was backyard sitting for the family. That I was watching their backyard for the week, so I would come stop by for like a couple hours and then leave. I was like, man, I might as well just film some. The hoops right here. Why not? Did D'Angelo Russell Be Like? And literally the rest is history.
It's crazy, bro. Like just the movements, the layups,
mm-hmm.
the walks.
Yep.
Who was the next one you might have tried after that? Do you remember?
I did next? Right after that. I did Dwight Howard.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Dwight Howard. Then I did Magic Johnson. Those are the first three. And then the YouTube one I went crazy was Kyrie Irving Be Like 2016 April. They were coming off of the champ. Is that the year they won the championship?
or the loss. Right?
Yep. April. Yep.
Kyrie
2016
hit the shot. All that was. So I know that was going nuts.
Well, April, that's mid-season. So what? No, April's still postseason.
Yeah.
April, May, June
finals. So he won that year.
It was before that finals. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I had a cast on. I was on the couch and I dropped it because I filmed it months ago.
Yeah.
And that did 1 million+ views, gained 10K subs, and I said, "Oh, I could do this."
Crazy.
I said, I can have a future in YouTube before it got popular.
That early, you got early, and I mean, yeah, that's a blessing, man. Like to do something you love right now, something you're good at, but have fun with it, bro. I see you having fun, and it's a blessing for anybody to get into professional career they can have fun in. They're passionate about it. It's not work. It's life changing.
100%.
But the laugh and the interaction you get, but also now, bro, you're in a space where you meet all people I want to meet or talk to or watch on TV, or we as everybody, right? But that's so dope to see somebody I know. I'm like, hey, I'm living through. Hey, Sale there. Hey, he's there. I'm like, you're amongst all the people we've either looked at, watched, play on a video game. But then now, and I say this too as a blessing to play Division I college basketball, to be on the game as a player, like just no name. We had numbers, right? That's my number, that's my attribute. I said, I know I'm on that game. But now they're using your attributes, your styles on the game that we grew up playing, or you grew up playing more so than me.
Yep.
What is that like, bro? Because I'm like, that's there forever.
It's crazy, man. People there's only a handful of people who have been in NBA Live and 2K. I was in NBA Live, and I just signed this 2K deal, so I'm gonna be in 2K this upcoming 2K.
Wow.
So I got my face scanned, did all that. The launch party is September 7th, so soon thereafter I'll be able to get my face scanned and play as my player in my career, like my actual player, instead of having to scan a face. I'll be myself. Crazy. Yeah, I was able to be in both games, so that's amazing. NBA,
how was your mindset? I mean, I know we talked about the YouTube views. Was this even I'm sure it wasn't. This was imaginable for you,
man.
Because you're reaching platforms now that, bro, like
it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like I'll be a fool if I told you, yeah, I knew exactly how this would go. I didn't know how it would go, but I did know it would be something. Like I know my work ethic, and I know for a fact, like if I set my mind to something, it's gonna happen. I just didn't know what that was at that time. So I'd be lying to you if I said, yeah, I knew I was gonna be on NBA Live and 2K. In the moment, I was just like, okay. I'm focused on this next video. Next video.
You do. I'll say content is now content is king. You've been putting out content for years,
since 2011.
For years, but people say that 5 to 10 year span.
Yeah,
you can stay consistent in the first couple of years, and then push through them back. Something is going to pop, but it's the consistency is key.
It's the consistency, man.
Content, man, getting better at your craft. I see you now. You got and you always let people know. Oh, yep, upgrading on doing this. So this is going better, or like chopping stuff up, or making stuff better.
Yeah.
The backyard games though, bro.
Yeah,
hilarious. From all different people you have on there, the game style of play, from the serious games to the play run games to now the half court games, serious. How much fun, also you're providing platform space for other people.
Oh yeah,
which is, again, some people may not want to embrace that and put other people on or get an opportunity to for whatever reason it is, but you do that, and I see you have a wide selection of different people, guests who you invite or get into your space, but also y'all together do dope content.
Man, that right there is just the Christian side of me. You know, we get, like my mentor Dwight Taylor says, man, we get to pour out, so we get the blessings to pour them back on to others. So that's just kind of what I've always been living by, man. Is just any blessing I get, I'm trying to figure out any way I can help somebody else out. You know, there's a lot of people out there who get the blessing, try to hold on to it and cherish it, but it's just like, if you grab a pile of sand, right, and you grab it, and even if you squeeze it, that sand is still going to fall out of your hand. So why are we trying to force it instead of just pouring it into other sand castles, right? So
build something greater
and build something greater, exactly. So that's the problem with society today. Everybody gets these big accomplishments, but they don't show signs of gratitude. That's the biggest downfall is not having gratitude.
Yeah, and I definitely think, definitely know that as well. Whatever people believe in, right? Something, but like you said, it's blessed to be a greater blessing to others, right? Because somebody at one point in time may have done something for me. It's only right that may not to them, but somebody else may need me to do something for them, and vice versa. So, but also again, that helps you live right. You can sleep easy, you can rest at nighttime. I feel
for sure
if you're doing something like that. But also for me as a coach, as a player, vice versa, done both. I like to look back on the youngsters and be like, okay, cool. Hey, but when the parents say, hey, coach, appreciate you. That's all. It ain't the money.
Yep.
It ain't the whatever. Coach, thanks for looking out for my. That's it.
Facts.
That's it, because that means we're doing greater work. You're doing greater work. Now people do see you have all the fun, But also, I see it as like, man, he putting all these boys on. These boys getting on. Yeah. One show with this dude or one interview, one game could change their whole life.
Man, and that's a blessing in itself. You know, sometimes the gifts you're blessed with, you gotta be able to use them with the time span you have them, and because it's not gonna be forever. So it's like, I know I have a certain amount of time span with doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm trying to always elevate and add to the resume.
You gotta stay relevant, stay hot.
Gotta stay relevant, stay hot, man. Yeah. So it's like, if I could do something out of a genuine, heartfelt nature to help somebody, why not do it, man? Like not everything gotta be about money, not everything gotta be about follower count, not everything gotta be about you know, the money. I mean like the clothes, the cars, none of that.
Right.
It's more so just on the nature, man. Like if I just can vibe with a person genuinely and have a genuine conversation, and we can get to know each other as people, bro. Build a relationship. Man. That's more important than any collab ever.
People ask too, like, Jay, how do you know all these people? I'm like, I've just tried a relationship with coaches, players, even if we getting beat by 10, beat by 20, or whatever. I'm still, hey, good game, young fella.
Yeah.
Good work. Yeah. Always that. Or always like, hey, y'all want to be in that situation? Look, do what they do.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? But also I realize later down the line, we may have a conversation or something like this. This doesn't happen if we don't communicate years ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. If we don't keep it cool, if we don't speak, always say terms, or you come to the gym a couple times, oh, yeah, Marcelas and Jay and Kennedy, but they don't go there, so what? They in there with me. People don't know that. I got the video still. You and Jay in the gym come work out.
Yeah,
but they want to work out, I'm going to let them work out.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. So I definitely, you know what I'm saying, enjoy that part. How much fun are you having with this right now, man?
Man, fun's an understatement, man. I'm filled with joy right now.
That's dope,
I'm so joyful in what I'm doing because I get to wake up every day, be my own boss.
That's dope.
I get to wake up and make my own schedule. I get to wake up and choose, like, I get to choose greatness every day.
That's dope,
and that's a blessing in itself, man. But I'm having so much fun. There's trials and tribulations, of course, you know, there's ups and downs, but I've been doing this long enough to know how to weather them. You know, I know when to pull out the umbrella. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
So yeah, I'm enjoying the process, man, because I'm still going.
So before we get to the ending, I usually end together. But if you can, or share with us what's next, what they're looking out for? Because I know some stuff working, or what you got cooking outside of what's been to drop. You can talk about that too. What you got going?
Man, right now, this is a huge week, so I don't know when they're going to be able to see this episode.
It's live right now.
Watching it now.
Yes, sir.
This week is big. Me and my manager are working on, or me and my management team are working on locking in these 2 big deals. And if we could get one of the 2 or both of them, it's going to change the game. I've said it. I'm going to be the first content creator in the basketball world to do what is about to happen if God allows it to happen. I'm telling you that right now. You heard it here first. It's gonna be
breaking news.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna send our blessings his way, his prayers.
Appreciate that.
Because I mean, you know, we hope to set the bar real high. That's all. I mean, it's well deserved. Hopefully, I mean, we hope it works out for you, man. I pray it works out for you. But you earned it. You put the work in.
Oh yeah, no, this gonna set the bar.
Yeah, hey,
this gonna set the bar.
And I believe, if I know him, y'all gonna hear about it. Once it drop, it's gonna be
for sure.
If it drop. But also, I know if it goes a different direction, you still gonna make it work.
Oh yeah, if it goes a different direction, hey, we still it's gonna come back around sooner or later. It's gonna happen. Like I said, I was told I was too short. 8 games later, it came back around. So the first no don't always mean it's the last one. You know what I'm saying? Take 1,000 no's, get 1 yes.
You hear it? That's all it takes.
Feel me?
That 1 yes could take you. So in the game of basketball and life, whatever, triple threat, right? Dual pass you, as we know. But for you. For those, because I mean, you're in a space now where these kids want to be you.
Yeah.
They want to be like you, to do what you do.
Yeah.
But what are 3 things, your triple threat, that you can tell them that you would tell them, like, either getting into the space you're in or just how to live their life? Give me 3 things, your triple threat for you, that all your viewers, my viewers listening to, your parents, people who've seen you, whatever, just that you hold dear to your heart, that you could tell somebody else and tell us.
Man, I got a list of things.
Oh, well,
if I had to choose,
name whatever.
I mean, I'm gonna choose 3 because that's what you want. So I'm gonna give you 3.
Okay.
First and foremost, got to be gratitude. Your life has to be filled with gratitude. If you're having struggles with that, I would focus on that first. Gratitude is everything, man. Gratitude is the greatest attitude. If I can have gratitude and be thankful for situations like this, I'm thankful that you're allowing me on your platform. I'm thankful for that moment.
Yeah.
And gratitude in every situation, man, doesn't always look how it seems. So in terms of, it doesn't always mean, oh, I'm thanking somebody. It can always be just showing that you're appreciative for something that someone's doing that you don't even know. If I walk by a firefighter or a veteran,
show love.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for your service. That's showing gratitude, man. And that is free to do. Another thing would be love. Gotta love on others. You gotta love on others, man. Love is contagious, and this is one of the most positive and the most popular thing in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? You can have fake love and real love, but I just say choose intentional love. I want to love you intentionally and unconditionally, no matter who you are, because we're all brothers and sisters in Christ, man. So, and then the third thing would have to be be gratitude, love. Third thing I'm gonna choose. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna go applied knowledge. Knowing what I know now, if I was able to apply it earlier at a young age, if you're watching this, if you're 10, 11, 12, if you can get knowledge and apply it, it's one of the most powerful things in the world. Because if you have the knowledge of, I'm listening to a podcast or I'm reading a book or I'm working out in basketball, I have the knowledge to do so, but I'm not applying it to real life situations or game time situations.
Wasting time.
Wasting time.
Opportunity.
So applied knowledge.
Stay applying pressure. You see it.
Come on now.
So I hope you wear a medium.
Oh, I do.
Perfect.
Yeah.
See, I do that right. I going for you right here.
For sure.
Y'all see it. That's what we on right now. But you got to stay doing it.
Yeah.
But also the knowledge from you learn. So give me a shout. I'm going to shout out mom and dad and your foundation, though, because you can just tell, again, at an early age when young men, when students and athletes have home training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was always, I'm like, oh, he's been trained. He's been raised well. He's been trained up. They know, you know what I mean? Always respectable. So shout out to the parents and the family. Yours, they knew what they was doing.
Oh,
they
yeah,
handled
man.
it correctly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a blessing in itself in a day where I feel some kids as much don't respect adults or respect others because of whatever reason. But it's tough, right? Times are different. But I can say that again on that hoop court, good, bad, or ugly. You and a lot of those guys I see now in the area, it's always been love because I've always tried to show love too. Like, hey man, I see y'all out there. I see y'all working. What y'all need from me if I can help. And this came back to me, so I appreciate that too, man. But again, shout out to the parents, man, for the foundation, bro.
Man, man. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the parents for making me. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100.
Hey, they birthed a legend, man. Keep it 100. They birthed a legend.
Come on, but I'm so thankful for them, man. They've instilled core values in me that haven't changed to this day. But those are just some things that I, on my daily basis, that I do to continue to be me. So if those out there are looking to be me, I would say don't be me, be better than me.
There you go.
See what I'm doing and figure out a way
to
take it up a notch. Exactly. And that's the dopest. That's the most inspired thing to see is someone take an idea of somebody else and turn it up a notch.
Turn it up.
And because then it's like it's a healthy competition. Like, oh, you did that.
I gotta go hard.
Okay, then I gotta do this and that, and then it's just a healthy balance.
I see that a lot in what you do.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get to that space as much until you start doing it because I feel like I know. So now I can watch more. But I see what other guys do. I'm like, Sale doing this, killing this. Y'all gotta step it up, man. He didn't hit you. He hit you with something else. I'm like, oh yeah. Hey, I still we're going ones right now. It's 1v1.
Yeah,
it may not be on the court, but I'm still in this competition. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get that dub.
Hey, I'm trying to win in all facets of life, man. If we in the grocery store, I'm trying to shop faster than you. You feel me? If we at the shoe store, I'm trying to ask more questions than you. You know what I'm saying? If we are in the mall, I'm trying to get to the store before you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just competitive.
We talked about this on the way in, though, off just the travel, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know sometimes you get that mental health stuff too, man. I just want to make sure again. Please find some rest in there, young buck.
Yeah.
You're going hard.
Yeah.
Being productive. Got to keep that mental strong.
Yeah.
Find time to relax and rest. And get away from it all sometimes, too. I know, even for a little amount of time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's the big thing. We got to take care of our mentals. But also, you got to revive yourself so you can be the best. As Dwight Taylor says, version of you. Like, that's been my dog for years now, right? So I'm saying, and again, right now, I'm teaching my class. My students are going through that book, Dominate Your Day book. I use that as curriculum. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's relatable for myself and students. But I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Keep going, bro. Keep grinding. You got my support.
Yeah,
and
likewise.
I can't wait to get the news, whatever it's going to be, because it's going to pop. But I mean, again, back-to-back episodes, but every episode, a 916er, man. Like, come on. Right here, like home team, we keeping it real.
Yeah.
Sac got talent no matter what it is.
Yep.
Don't not give us the props, but also we're going to come earn it, though. That's the only thing. You ain't got to give it to us. We're going to come get it.
For
you know what I mean? Hey, from me, 94 people, Coach JT, Marcelas, a.k.a.
Come on
the backyard legend.
Come on now.
It's coming. Keep grinding. DJ Eddie on the ones and twos in the back, man. We keep it going in 360 Radio Studio, man. We here, we popping. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Much love, man, to the family, everybody. We
Likewise.
out. Peace.
Peace.